I'm about to butcher his name, but Pierre Poilievre, I know I screwed it up, had an absolute banger of a response to a journalist about immigration. I think we should take some notes of what he said down here in America. Take a look.
Unfortunately, a lot of those immigrants are getting blamed for some of the issues that are happening in this country, whether it's crime, whether it's the overwhelmed healthcare system, or the rise of cost of housing. Do you think there is an immigration problem in Canada, and what is the solution?
Yes, that problem has a name, Justin Trudeau. He caused the problem. The immigrant people did not cause the problem. They did what they were told. The rules were online. They followed the rules. And they came here. In most cases, they followed the rules. They did what he said they should do. The problem is that he destroyed the common sense approach that worked for 150 years, where we brought in people in numbers that we could absorb into housing, healthcare, and the job market, where people came in lawfully, where the international students actually studied, and the temporary foreign workers actually filled jobs that Canadians couldn't fill. That was the system we had before, and that worked. If we get back to that, then we can bring back the best system in the world that gives high achievers and hard workers a chance to flee a bad situation and come to the best country in the world and achieve their dreams.
That is how you win elections, ladies and gentlemen. New prediction, this one's not tough because the polling is not even close in their country, but Pierre is going to win his election in Canada hands down, and he is very conservative, by the way. Very, very conservative. And he talks about it later in that interview, but he's very popular about young. He's very popular with young people, which is not the case with conservatives in America right now. And it's great news, by the way, that he's going to win in Canada, because if Trump can win here, which I'll talk about how he can do in just 1 second, if Trump can win here, having Canada and America unified on their immigration policy is going to be absolutely huge. That's not something that Donald Trump had when he was in the presidency the first time. But man, Republicans have to fix. They got to make the fix between these kind of loose and weak attacks on character and attacking policy in a just very controlled, truthful manner like Pierre did. And here's the honest question. When was the last time that you saw a Republican leader make a point on immigration, or maybe any point, but we'll talk about immigration since that's what Pierre was talking about, that was as eloquent and approachable as that for the average voter? Again, he didn't make it about super partisan politics. He just stated facts. He made it incredibly approachable. It was just geared towards, what can I do to help you? That's what the average voter wants to hear. And so it happens from time to time. I'm not saying it never happens, but it doesn't happen enough. And Trump certainly needs to improve upon it. Trump has not done a very good job of that recently. He's all over the place. He just needs to confidently, because Trump's policy, way better than Biden's and Kamala Harris's. He just needs to sit down, explain why immigration is absolutely destroying the middle class and how he's going to fix it. And again, that's just one issue. He could do it on many issues. And this is the kind of thing that Democrats can't hold a candle to for even a second. They do not have the truth on their side. But Republicans have totally dropped the ball since Kamala Harris got in the race. We're not seeing substantive arguments anymore because there are so many not substantive arguments to make against Kamala Harris because she slept her way to the top. She is an absolutely just ridiculous person on her face. And so there's so much to attack there, which I get the temptation. I do it from time to time as well. But and I kind of have the liberty of doing that since I'm on the internet, but I'm not working for the Trump campaign. If I'm the Trump campaign, I'm not even touching any of that. Because again, the American people want to know, how are you going to have them, how are you going to make it so they can afford a house? How are you going to make it so they have a retirement? How are they going to be able to afford groceries? They don't care about Kamala's weird laugh. They just don't. Matt Walsh made a really good point on his show that Kamala Harris campaign is like a vibes campaign. It's not about policies, it's the vibes. And as stupid as that sounds, I actually think it's really effective, and I think it's working really well for Kamala Harris. It's a really good analysis from Matt Walsh on what's happening right now. It's all about the vibes. That's why she's having famous people come on stage doing a concert. She barely really talks. She just says things that she's actually never believed in before. But it's the vibes. Like, there's this positivity around her. Even her laugh that people, are really critical of, laughing is a positive thing. Is it ridiculous? Sure, but at least it's positive, right? And there's a lot of negativity. Frankly, sometimes there's a lot of negativity around Donald Trump, whether that's his fault or not. And so it's a vibes thing. And when, you're a young guy like me and you look at positive vibes, you don't know anything about politics, you don't want to look into politics, maybe you vote for Kamala Harris just because the vibes are good. If Republicans will show they're making their campaigns about reason in truth and they do it in an effective way, just like Pierre did in that video, then it's game over for Democrats. Democrats will lose. The vibes will only take you so far until you see Donald Trump on TV making a very just simple, short, calculated description of how immigration is absolutely destroying America and why Democrats are doing it. It doesn't take more than 90 seconds. If I am Trump's campaign, and if anyone's listening, I doubt they're listening, but if they are, what I'm doing is I'm coaching Donald Trump on 90-second elevator pitches that are incredibly simple and approachable and tell Americans what Donald Trump can do for them. What is he going to do? And hopefully they're conservative principles. Hopefully it involves government getting out of the way and not more government. That's obviously what I want. But the true question is when the Trump campaign is going to figure that out and if they're going to implement it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please go down below, comment, like, and subscribe, and watch another video.